So for a lot of us growing up in the quote unquote internet age, the Breakfast Club has been like a big part of, the culture. And, I can say even for myself, did I grow up really listening to radio like that sometimes if, my older sister was driving us around, Hot 97 or Power 105 would mostly be on, if you live in the Jersey, New York area. But then as I got older, the Breakfast Club, it really was able to shift over into the internet age, better than a lot of other people. And they were early on that. So, almost every interview they put out, I was watching on YouTube. Like their YouTube views is going crazy, especially in college. Like anyone that was going up there, even if I didn't know who they were and it was a Breakfast Club interview, I watched it. So last week, Angela Yee announced officially on her Twitter and then on the show that she is leaving the Breakfast Club. So her tweet, well, before that tweet, she tweeted, "God is good" with exclamation point. So that was at 8:41 p.m. And when you leave with God, no one can really say anything else. And then shortly after, at 8:58, she tweeted, "The Breakfast Club as you know it is officially over." And I mean, a lot of people have been saying for years that, there's been beef. There was a whole thing with her, Charlemagne, and Gucci Mane and stuff like that. But, the Breakfast Club is like legendary status. Like, especially, like I said, my age group, like anyone around that, like 27 through like probably 35, like grew up on the Breakfast Club. It was like our second coming of 106 in Park, but in a different form, and it gave us like so many memorable moments. So she's going to be going on to have her own show. She used to have her own show on Sirius before going to Power 105 in the first place. And I saw her tweet up here. It was like the official announcement of her new show. I just gotta find it. Here it is. It's going to be called Way Up with YEE. So let's hear what she said with the official announcement here for this show.
This is going to be my new page. I'm excited for my new show. It's going to be starting in the fall of this year. We don't have an exact date, but I'm just excited to come to a market near you. I've already been planning some really fun, exciting segments, thinking about who I want to have on the show. And listen, if y'all have any ideas, you can definitely drop them in here because these are the planning stages, and I've been in these sessions for hours and hours and days, and we still have a long way to go, but I'm so excited to bring this to you. Thank you so much, iHeart. Thank you, Thea. Thank you to the Breakfast Club. And to y'all, like, that's really the most important thing. That's the reason why I'm even getting this opportunity. So you'll be seeing me a lot, okay?
So it's going to be called Way Up with Angela Yee. She said it's coming in the fall, so, I mean, no one knows the exact date, but I mean, it's already almost the end of August, so this is probably coming, I'd say probably like early October, maybe. But, shout out to Angela Yee, definitely keeping it professional. And as she said, her new show is going to be with iHeart still. So, that's the important part of keeping those relationships and being professional, because she ended up getting her own show, which I'm sure she wanted for a while. She already has her own podcast. She's doing a bunch of other business ventures. And, maybe she felt like she's outgrown the Breakfast Club. I mean, people used to go there, and maybe they still do, for Charlemagne. And, he was really spicy and erratic and, just doing wild stuff on there. But, congrats to her. But let's take a look at the official announcement on the Breakfast Club.
Listen, my phone blowing up all last night. People texting me, calling me. I don't know what's going on. They sending me tweets. I don't even know if it's a real tweet or not. What the hell is happening? I'm not saying another word until Angela Yee tells us what the tweet was about last night. Anybody, do you want to tell them what the tweet was? All right. As I talk through my teeth.
Talking like an angry mom.
God is great. Man, stop. God is great. Well, God, yes. God is great.
The other tweet. She said, "The Breakfast Club as you know it is officially over."
The floor is yours, Angela,
Okay.
Latavia Yee.
All right, so this is really exciting, but this is something that I've been wanting to do for years now, since way before the pandemic. I had actually sat
Dang,
down
so she's been talking about it for years then,
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
And I was telling her, like, look, I really want to have my own show. You know, I have my podcast, Lip Service, and I was thinking I would be able to get something like a weekend situation, you know, one day ease into having my own show again. I did come from Sirius, where I had the morning actor with Angela Yee.
Right.
And then came here. And so it's always been a goal of mine to have that. And so I thought I would still be on here and then do that show as well. But years later, they approached me up here at iHeart. Thea had to sit down with me and told me that they are going to give me my very own show. And so part of that is I wasn't sure what was happening when she first told me, but I am going to be leaving the Breakfast Club. You guys obviously will continue on, and you know, it'll be a different iteration of the Breakfast Club, but I will have my own show up here at iHeart as well. So I'll be
So when you say
part
your
of the
own show,
family.
like a daily show.
Yes.
Like a daily show.
Yes, a nationally syndicated daily show.
And lip service.
And my podcast, Lip Service.
Would you let her do it?
What? I'm asking questions.
She's asking
Talking.
She's not
questions.
finished.
Sounds like you don't know
Go
already.
ahead, go ahead.
You said you was gonna be
The floor
quiet.
is yours, yes.
That's the problem.
So it is really exciting. I mean, I really honestly can't believe it. I know it took a long time to make this happen. So I want to thank everybody at iHeart. But of course, mostly I really want to thank, first and foremost, the listeners who are part of our Breakfast Club family. We've been doing this for 12 years now.
It's crazy
And so
how long
this
they've
is
been
just a
successful.
tremendous opportunity. I feel extremely grateful, extremely blessed to be able to get something that, you know, is really
She's wearing a s-
monumental up here.
She's actually wearing the same hoodie where she made the announcement for the show. So she might have filmed that right after this or right before or something, but that's kind of crazy.
Because, you know, as far as having a nationally syndicated show and somebody in my position, a woman, a black woman up here, I don't know. I mean, it's a rarity, and it's a great opportunity, and it's not something that I take lightly. So I'm really excited. Now I'm still going to be here on the Breakfast Club until everything gets worked out. I don't know where the show is exactly going to be aired. I know definitely New York.
Okay.
Of course, so I'll be here. This is my home base, but yeah, and I'm not exactly sure when it's starting. I just know it's in the fall sometime.
All right, so I mean that was pretty much the announcement. I mean, I can't tell from that if they knew ahead of time. Did they find out the same time as us when the tweets came out? Were they trying to act like they just found out? You know, you never know what's, you know, for the cameras and what's not. But yeah, I mean, shout out to her. Breakfast Club, like they said, we've been going on for like 12 years, and they're giving us all these classic moments like the Birdman respect moment, multiple Soulja Boy interviews, the Beanie Siegel and Fredro Starr about to smack Charlemagne up, the Desus and Mero versus Envy. Like, they just giving us endless amount of content and stuff you see on Twitter till this day. So definitely shout out to them. Be excited to see what goes on. And I mean, what do you guys think? Are they going to get a replacement? I feel like they kind of have to, just to keep that dynamic going. Is it going to be a woman? If it is, if it's not, who do you think it's going to be? But, you know, shout out to Angela Yee, shout out to the Breakfast Club. Definitely, you know, ended on a high note, and just, you know, congrats to everybody. But y'all let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like, subscribe as usual, and I'll catch you on the next video.